Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Misty and thank you so very much for clicking on and watching this video. It means more than any of you could ever possibly know. I am just so blessed. Today I am going to be doing 3 different looks with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. This is a 16-pan palette. It has some neutral colors, and then you've got your pinks, your purples, and then that pop of blue, and then a black. And this palette retails for $49. It is bigger than Anastasia's previous palettes because it has those 2 extra eyeshadows. The packaging is a little bit bigger. And let's get into these looks. This will be the final look, look number 3. And this is what the colors look like. I'm just going to get a little closer for you to see. I have not used this palette yet. I haven't even swatched it. And the color Barb, can you see that? It's cracked. Which is not a biggie. What in the hell? So we have Barb, and then Leo is cracking as well. On the back packaging, Litty, Cupcake, Gemini, Reezy, Semsa, and Yugo are not eye safe. They contain glitters or pigments that are known irritants to eyes. Either glitter can fall in your eyes, or if you have a pigment, it can stain your eyes. Today I am going to go with a more neutral type look. So the first color I am going to grab is OG. This is with Anastasia's shadows and pigments anyway. You do get a little bit of kick up. I'm going to put this on and above my natural crease. The color is very pretty. It's blending out very nicely. And this is a Royal and Langnickel brush. Again, I don't know the name of it. I got this a long time ago in a set. I'm just going to dip a little bit more into OG. Darken up the edge here. Spread it out smidge. With my Luxie 231 brush, I am going to dip into the shade 1988. This gives me good feelings. I remember graduating from high school in that year. Just a little bit. Nice amount on the brush. A little bit of kick up again. But it's not coming off my brush terribly, so. I am placing this in the outer V and slightly above my natural crease. Deepen that up a bit. I'm going to go back to my Royal and Langnickel brush. Not adding any new product. I'm just buffing. And now I'm just going to add just a little bit of product. blend that out. I'm taking that Royal and Langnickel brush, just wiping it off on a cloth I have here. I'm going to dip into the shade Wasted. This is going right under my brow. I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to use the shade Litty because it's so pretty. I am going to press this ever so carefully. Ooh, that's pretty. That is stunning. Not safe for the eye area, but it is stunning. I'm going to use my Delium Tools 777 brush. I am going to dip into the shade Anastasia. Oh, that's pretty pigmented too. Probably grabbed a little bit too much. And I am placing that on the inner lid. With my Luxie 246 brush, I'm going to dip into the shade 1988 again. I'm putting this underneath at my lash line. Now with a Delium 781 brush, I'm going to dip into OG. Placing that underneath 1988. And I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera, and I'll be right back. I used my Milk Makeup in the shade Biz on my waterline, my Wingman Waterproof Micro Eyeliner in the shade 01 I'll Be Black. I have on the Hourglass Caution. And then I did use my Lip Euphoria in the shade Mauve. I really like these lip balm glosses that Natasha came out with, Denona. Anyway, so here is the finished look. I do have some fallout from that glitter shade. It's a stunning shade. I do like the way that this look came out. I find it to be very, very pretty. The glitter is a little chunky in here. I'm just going to throw that out there because glitter can scratch your cornea, your eyeball, and you can have some issues. So always with any type of glitter, even in this palette or even the ColourPop or just any brand, be mindful of that and be careful. But other than that, I really like this look. I think it turned out very pretty. Okay, I'm going to be doing a couple more looks with this, so stay tuned for the next look. With a 776 blending brush from Delium Tools, I am going to dip into the shade Wasted. Applying this in and above my crease. With my Luxie 231, I am going to dip into the shade Yugo. It's this really pretty one right here. outer corner here. This is a really pretty shade. And I went ahead and deepened this eye, and I'm going to go and do it with this eye next. So still using that Yugo color, and I am just pouncing it on just so I can get the most pigment, and I'm not going to blend out. With my Delium 773 brush, I am going to dip into the shade Cupcake. I'm going to pat this right next to Yugo. It might be a little darker than I wanted. And with the opposite side of that same brush, I am going to dip into Barb. This one's a little bit more crumbly. You can see whenever I tap it, a bunch of it drops down. It's a beautiful shade though. I am going to put my eyeliner, my mascara on off camera, and I shall return. I used my Fenty Perpetrator. I tight lined, and then I did place a little bit right at the lash line on both sides. My eyeliner up here is the Sugar Wingman Waterproof Microliner. I used Laura Mercier Caviar Volume for my mascara. And then all I did with that lower lash line is I added a little bit of Yugo right there. I used Wasted on the inner part of lower lash line, and then I went ahead and I picked up some Barb and then just put it in the center there. You should have another look coming up real soon. Look 3 for today. I am going to go ahead and use my Royal & Langnickel brush. I'm dipping into the shade Wasted. I am going to place this right above my crease and all the way, well, almost to my brow. With my Chanel 19 brush, I am dipping into the shade Semsa. Putting this at the outer portion of my lid. This is a really pretty color. And then inwards with the remaining product on that brush. With my Luxie 231 brush, I am going to dip into the shade Reezy. I am placing that above where I just put Semsa. Kind of experimenting today. Dipping back into Semsa. And I am just pouncing that on. Going back to my Royal Langnickel and in that original color Wasted. There, that's better. With my Delium 773 brush, I am dipping into the shade Cupcake. I am placing this right next to Semsa. Those colors look pretty together. And then I'm just going to flip that brush over, use the clean side, and I'm dipping into Barb. It's really pretty pink. This is a beautiful pink. I'm placing this in on the lid towards the inner corner. So pretty. And then I am just going to grab a little bit of Litty. Placing that on top of Semsa. Just a little bit of it. Because who doesn't like more sparkles? And I wiped off that 773 brush. I am going to now dip into Semsa. I'm going to put this right at the lash line. Wiping it off again. Now I am dipping into the shade Reezy. With my Moda Pro BMX 402 brush, I'm dipping into Wasted. I'm going to do my liner and my mascara off camera, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Here is the finished look. I did use Perpetrator from Fenty, the fly liner, on my waterline. Of course, the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume, mascara, and then I did dip a brush into Hugo, this shade right here, and I did it right at my lash line. I like this look. It's pretty. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Amrezy palette. It's really pretty. It's larger than the other palettes that Anastasia has released. This one has 16 shades. You've got quite a few shades with some glitter in them. And with that being said, please be very careful when using these on your eyes. If you get a piece of glitter in your eye, you can end up with some issues and scratching on your eye. So always be very, very careful. I like the colors. I think that they did a really good job with selection. I mean, you have your really pretty purples and pinks, and then that pop of blue. And then you have a couple of neutral colors for an everyday look. So it's versatile. The only thing is that the glitters and stuff, they are intense. I'm glad I purchased mine. I liked playing with it, and I'll continue to play with it. I would recommend this palette if you like the color story and then also the glitter shades. It's a very pretty palette. I don't regret buying it. I think it's worth the money. You get 2 extra eyeshadow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. and these 3 different looks from the Amrezy palette. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. I'd like to have you as part of my family. I am getting ever so close to 100 subscribers. It'd be cool if I made it there before my birthday, but I want to make it there by my birthday, which is March 24th. So I do have a giveaway at 100 subscribers. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Much love. First we have Wasted. And that one blends almost the same color as my skin tone. Next we have Barb. It's very pretty. Litty. That one is, let's see if I can't. Patchy. It just feels like a true glitter. Litty appears to be like a true glitter. Next is Cupcake. And that is a pretty color as well. Dragon. Leo. That is a pretty blue. Gemini. Again, that one's the same consistency as the Litty. And next is Gorgina. Next is Reezy. Anastasia. New Yorker. OG. Those two are very similar. And then the final 4. Semsa. Oops. And that one felt scratchy in the pan. 1988. That's the year I graduated. BK. And Yugo. So here are the colors in the Amrezy palette.